going on? What's going on? What's going on? Hope everybody's doing well. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's see who's on real quick. We are live. We are live. We are live. Let's go. Let's go. Alright, let me just get set up real quick. Hope everybody's doing well. You know, I'm definitely been under the weather a lot. You know, I definitely went to get some antibiotics. And, you know, was told I got bronchitis. Thank God it's not COVID, but again, just trying not to put my energy there, you know what I mean? But it's definitely hard. You know, it's definitely kind of put me down a little bit. And so, you know, just trying to get on here, just wanted to definitely just kind of share with you guys what I'm doing. You know, and again, my goal is to definitely, you know, help you guys win in any way that I can, you know what I mean? And at the end of the day, you know, I didn't learn this overnight. You know, we have an amazing, I'm going to talk about two things. I'm going to give, you know, give really credit where credit's due. First off, we have a movement. You know, obviously the movement, IME, Investing Made Easy. Again, you know, we're out here really just changing lives and honestly just reaching, you know, as far east, as far west as we can, north, south, you know, and just giving people the opportunity, just really giving people hope. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, we're just putting the work in. We're you know, obviously just showing people that, again, you know, taking what you already have and being able to leverage what you have. You know, again, being, you know, understanding the financial quadrant. You know, understanding the financial quadrant is where you obtain wealth. Again, not saying that anything that you're doing is bad, not saying that, you know, having a job is bad, but at the end of the day, if you want to change, you know, if you want to change curses and if you want to take your family to another level, understand the quadrant and understand how you're going to get there. Okay? No one became wealthy by having a job, by having a 9-to-5, trading time for money. No one's become wealthy. Okay? With just that. All right. So at the end of the day, you know, again, you know, leveraging that. Absolutely, you know, but again, just that 9-to-5 is not going to help you become wealthy. It just will not give you the income. You know, again, your income is determined by someone else. You are not in control. You know, so again, you're under the thumb of someone else. You know, you're helping someone build their dream, and there's nothing wrong with that. Again, I was in corporate America. I learned some of the greatest lessons and some of the greatest techniques, and just I became who I was and who I am. You know, a lot of just my business mind, my desire to win. You know, my eagerness to compete. You know, I learned that in corporate America, and again, I'm thankful for that. You know, but at the end of the day, you know, I grinded, and I was going to show up, and I was going to work harder than anybody in that office, and I was going to put in work, and I was going to be the best. That was my goal, and that's what I set out to do. And so again, you know, corporate America definitely showed me and taught me so many things. But again, I definitely have been given the opportunity, you know, to be able to be an entrepreneur for the last 7 years. Again, it hasn't been simple and it hasn't been easy, but again, I understand and know why I get up every single day and why I put in the work that I do. Understand your why. Understand, you know, that you are here for a purpose. You know, again, your life is not accidental. It is not, you know, you're not here, you know, by coincidence. You are here for a purpose, and again, believe that. Believe that, you know, there's blood running through your veins. You have a heartbeat. You're giving the tools that you're given for a reason. You know, you're given the strengths that you're given for a reason. You're also given the weaknesses that you're given as well for a reason. And that's okay. But also understand again that you are here for a purpose, and that you have a purpose, and that it's time to serve that out. And again, I would say, you know, really what the pandemic did for me is it really put me my back against the wall and said, hey, it's time to grind. You know, I think that we just get comfortable in life, and again, it's no longer about me. I want to help others, and again, you know, you can, you know, when it comes down to cost, people don't want to invest in their education, and people don't want to. But at the end of the day, understand that I didn't just jump on hour sessions. I jumped on hundreds of hour sessions. You know, I back tested, I spent time, I spent hours. So again, you know, you're not going to get everything that you need to become a master trader in this hour, all right? It's going to take an investment. It's going to take a mindset. It's going to take you putting in the time to make this work. You know, so again, like I do these things and put these things on to definitely help you and to show you. But at the end of the day, there are multiple levels to this. And you know, one of the things that IME does is we have a vehicle. You know, again, I'm part of an academy. Every single month I pay a subscription to be part of an academy to get valuable information, to get unbelievable information, to connect with mentors, to connect with millionaires, to connect with winners. Okay, so again, like, this is my special club. This is my VIP club membership. Okay, and at the end of the day, guess what? I used to just look for signups. I look for people just to sign up. Come sign up with me, come sign up. They would do nothing, absolutely nothing. But again, they signed up, and that's what I wanted them to do. I am looking for leaders. I am looking for individuals who want to come along the side with me and really change lives, and really, you know, really go out there and serve. Learn a skill set and serve people. Help people win in life. Show people that, you know what, that if you put your mind to something, that you can win. Okay, that you don't have to struggle. That when you struggle, it's a choice to struggle. Because at the end of the day, that's what I'm building. Is I'm linked with some amazing people. San Morgan, okay, Ryan, you know, again, just great people. You know, we got Dustin in Colorado. You know, we got some great leaders on this team. You know, obviously Joseph. We got Brandon Boyd. So again, like, I'm linked arms with these individuals, and again, like, I follow them. I take things from them to make not only myself better, but to go out there and really say, you know what? How can I let my voice be heard in this world? All right. So again, I wanted to just get on. A lot of people kind of just reaching out, kind of, Gabe, show me what you're doing. Show me what you're doing. You know, and really what I've done is I've really just focused on one indice. You know, really just understanding one indice, understanding how she works, understanding what she does, understanding how she moves, understanding, most important, how institutions trade her, understanding how banks, how the stock market trades US 30. And that's what I focused on. And when you learn US 30, you learn NAS. Okay, you know, you can learn, you know, the S&P. You know, so again, understanding, you know, how you know, smart money. Okay, and again, that's really what I focus on. And so, you know, obviously, as I talked about, I was going to talk about really some tips. Okay, you know, obviously right now there's not a whole lot of movement, but again, it doesn't mean that we can't catch anything. Okay, so again, what I simply do is I look at higher time frames. As you can see, I have the 5-minute start, and again, what do you mean you have it start? Okay, if you're not using TradingView, if you're trading from your phone, okay, I take entries on my phone. Like, I take entries on my phone, but I'm telling you, like, I look at charts on the computer, and I know exactly what I'm doing, where I'm going. So again, the first things first is identify, what am I looking for? Okay, what am I looking for? Okay, I am looking for sells. Why are you looking for sells, Gabe? Okay, you can go here, you can download a CC SMA, okay, and what it is it's a you know, obviously color changing SMA. That just, it's a 50 moving average, and what it does is it just tells me, okay, whatever I'm looking at here, it just tells me, you know, it tells me. One second here. So again, what it does is it just tells me the last 50 moves. You know, it tells me the last 50 moves, you know, as far as, you know, it just tells me the last 50 moves. If I'm on the 15, it tells me the last 15-minute candles. The last 15-minute candles. Okay, if I'm on a day, it tells me the last 50 days. Okay, as far as what it's done. And again, like, I'm looking for sells. Why? Because I'm underneath it. All right, very simple. Again, do I need that? I don't, but does it help me? Great. And the changing colors, guess what? It changes the color, fancy. But again, it's not, you know, we're not trading off of it. We're simply just using it as a confirmation. We're simply just using it as a confirmation of what direction that we're in. Okay. Then again, we want to look at structure. Okay, where was the last structure? And again, give me 1 second here. I'm just trying to get this view here. All right, perfect. Okay, so as you can see here, I use 5 time zones. Okay, I use a 5-minute, I use a 15-minute, I use a 1 hour, I use a 4 hour, and I use a day. Okay, so again, what I do is I go to the hour and I look at where is structure. Okay, and what are these white lines? All right, these white lines, they indicate bank zones. All right, so where is structure? Okay, the structure that I see, that I'm looking, okay, major structure is right here. Okay, is at this 050 area. That's the last major structure on the hour time frame. Okay, and why do you say that? Because again, she came down, she came up, came down, came up, came down, came up. She broke that structure, came up here, came down, respected that structure, went up, came down, broke the structure. Okay, so now that's the structure. That's a major structure right here. Okay, so again, if she's gonna make any move to the upside, she's gonna have to break that structure. Okay, so again, now I'm looking for sells. All right, so at the end of the day, I'm looking for her to pull back and then go. Okay, and what I do is I like to kind of play between zones. Okay, so again, like if she pulls to this 000, okay, then what I'll do is again, if you set stop losses and you set take profits, you can set 50 point stop loss and 1-to-1. Okay, so 50 point stop loss and 50 point take profit. So again, I don't do that. I simply just scalp. I'm literally in for 5 to 10. And honestly, I don't really work off of where she's gonna come back and pull back. I look at break. I look at break of zone. Okay, and I look at break of. And again, this is just my trading plan. This is my rules, all right? And again, as you learn and as you do this more and more, you will learn your rules, okay? So my rule is I'm looking for her to break this 950. And again, keep in mind, we're looking at the hour, okay? So let's go down to the 15, okay? So again, you can see better structure here, okay? You can see better structure. Look, there was little structure right here. Okay, what did she do? She came down, came back up, boom, broke through. Okay, so again, what could she possibly do? Come back up here, boom, come down. And again, there's a ceiling right here. Okay, there's a little ceiling right here. So again, she may come up here. Okay, and again, at the end of the day, like, I want her to break this zone. So again, she's gonna go in here. I want her to break this zone. I want her to break this 950. If she breaks this 950 on a 5-minute candle, okay, again, I will take her. Okay, 5-minute, 15-minute candle, whichever comes first. All right. If it happens on the 15-minute candle, great. If it happens on a 5-minute candle, great. But at the end of the day, like, that's what I'm looking for her to do. That's the next scalp move that I'm looking for. All right. I'm looking for her to break this zone. This is a zone right here. Okay. And we also talked about what's in front of her. There's nothing in front of her. There's nothing. She has to cover this. She has to make all this up right here. Okay? She has to come down and cover all of this here. Okay? And again, we talk about liquidity. Where's liquidity? Liquidity is right here. There are stop losses right here. There are stop losses that people have in place, taking her to the top. Okay? So again, she's gonna come down. She's gonna grab these stop losses. Stop losses are at high peaks and low peaks. Okay, they're at higher highs and they're at lower lows. Okay, and again, that's liquidity. she's going to come and grab liquidity, and she's going to go back and grab other liquidity. She's going to come back and grab liquidity. She's going to go up and grab liquidity. She's going to come down and grab liquidity. That's what she does all day long. Okay, that's what she does when she's open. She goes and gets liquidity, up and down. All right. So again, you just have to know, what are you looking for? Okay, and that's what I focus on. All right. So again, you know, I'm looking for sells unless she breaks some major zones here. Okay, unless she breaks major zones. Look, she has to break this zone. She has to break this zone. She has to break this zone. So she has a lot to break in order for me to really kind of see a major reversal. Okay, can she pull back? Absolutely. Will she pull back? Absolutely she will. Okay, but again, what am I looking for? I want her to break this zone right here. Okay, I want her to break this zone. All right, I want her to break this 950 zone. And if she breaks that 950 zone, I'm taking the open of that next candle. 2 to 3 minutes, I'm done and I'm out. 5 to 10, okay? 5 to 10, and that's it. So again, that's really honestly, like, those are, and then just being confident in that. Like, that's my plan, and that's what I'm sticking to, okay? So again, being confident in that. Understanding direction, knowing, are you looking for sells or buys? Make your determination, okay? Number one. Number two, what zone do you need her to break, okay? Let her come to you. Do not chase her, okay? So once she comes in your zone, okay, that's number two, okay? Then number three is execute. Number three is be confident in your execution and take the trade, okay? And again, understand where movement happens in a candle. Movement's going to happen, for example, on a 5-minute candle within that first 1 to 2 minutes, okay? All right, that first 1 minute on a 5-minute, okay? On a 15-minute, you're going to get that first 2, 3 minutes, 4 minutes on a 15-minute candle, okay? And then on the back end as well, you're going to get a minute of movement because she's really trying to determine where she's going. She's building up momentum, okay? Also, wicks, okay? Wicks. What do wicks determine? Why do they wick? It's momentum, okay? She came all the way down here and slingshotted back up, okay? So obviously that tells me there's momentum. But as you can see, these wicks have gotten smaller. She's losing momentum. She's about to come back down, okay? So again, understanding that. And like I said, okay, in the beginning, and obviously the Academy, there's a lot of tools and there's a lot of things that we use. There's a lot of confirmation. There's a lot of strategies. But as you understand and learn to really just read, okay, structure and read these things, you'll understand that it's actually very simple. And you don't, again, you just need confirmations to maybe just help you, really figure out kind of, where you're at and really kind of pick your direction as far as what you're looking for, okay? So again, let me get into this chat box and let me see if there's some chatting, some questions here. And I definitely want to answer some questions in regards to just kind of what I went over. Any questions? We are also on Facebook Live as well. So again, any questions that you guys have? Any questions? Again, like I said, I just want to keep it simple. I just want to keep it really simple with you guys. Like I said, you know what I mean? Like understanding bank zones. Like these are zones that banks are setting up to take trades in. All right? These are bank zones. Like they don't have time to take, to look at, where she at, and they're trading between zones. Like understand that they're setting up machines and they're doing automation. They don't have time to you and I to say, oh, where did she come to? What's the top of her? Like what is this here? Like they're not doing that. They're simply trading zones. Okay? Okay, so understanding they're called bank zones. Okay, and then understanding an order block. Okay, an order block is really where orders were filled. Where were orders filled? Right here. They were ordered. Buyers came in right here. This is an order block. Okay, this is an order block. Okay, what happens is it comes back and it retests order blocks. Okay, and again, there's an order block coming up down here. There's a huge order block. Why do you know that? Because it was this candle right here that changed our direction. Okay, so what's it going to do is it's going to come down. It's going to take out these stop losses, and it's going to go back up to the upside. Okay, so again, like, understand that people are always going to use stop losses, and people are always going to use, take profits. And keep in mind that they're always going to go after those areas because there's liquidity, there's buyers there, there's sellers there, and they're going to go after that money. Okay, they're chasing that money. Okay, the market's chasing where there's money. Okay, so understand that. Okay, understanding why buyers and sellers get in. Okay, so again, what are buyers going to do? They're going to set stop losses underneath this area. And what do? The banks know that they're going to do that. So what are they going to do? They're going to come down. They're going to come get those sellers. They're going to come get those buyers, take their stop losses, and boom, they're going to the top. So again, understand liquidity. Liquidity is at the lowest of peaks and at the highest of peaks. Okay? So again, understanding that, we have to think like them. Okay? We have to think like them. We have to think like who? Like institutions, like banks, like how the banks are trading your money. Okay? So again, hope that helps, guys. Like, I just want to keep it so simple for you guys. Let's chat. Thank you guys so much. Thank you guys so much for definitely coming on. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Let's see here. Any questions? Any questions on that? And again, keep in mind that NAS 100 moves the exact same way. Okay, so if we're moving on the downside on US 30, NAS 100 is moving in the downside as well. All right. How deep is considered a break? What do you mean, Sebastian? What do you mean, sir? So again, let me go over this again. All right, bank zones. Understanding that banks are not they're not marking things up like you and I. They're not sitting at a computer doing this. Okay, they're using systems. They're using tools. They're using bots. They're using trading tools. So again, what are they doing? They're putting bank zones in. Okay, so as you can see where the bank zones are. All right. So price action, how does price action play into this? So price action is literally where you see her breaking zones, okay? So as you can see here, all right, let me go. What I do is I go up on the hour and I look at price action, and I look at where the last zone that she broke. The last zone she broke was right here, okay? That's the last zone that she broke. Okay, why do you say that? Because again, she came down here, came up, came here, came up, came down here, came down here, came up. She broke through it right here, broke through it right here. Okay, broke it, came up here, okay, came up here, came back down, came up, and then she broke through that zone again. So again, that's how that's where price action comes in. Is I'm literally trading price action. That's all that I'm doing, okay? I'm literally trading price action, okay? So that makes a new ceiling for us. That makes a new ceiling, but again, at the end of the day, I'm not trading that ceiling, okay? I'm looking for her to break this zone right here, I'm not trading that ceiling. I'm not looking for I'm looking for her to break this right here. Okay? That's my next rule. That's my next move. If she breaks that, okay? If she breaks that right there and she closes below that, she's running to the next zone. Okay? She's running to the next zone. All right? So again, that's how I'm trading. That's how those are my rules. Okay? I'm not looking for her to pull back. I don't trade the pullback. I trade the break. I trade the break. That's what I trade. And I take the impulse of that candle. 1 to 2 minutes of that 5-minute candle, I'm out. Because again, understand I'm scalping. So I want 5 to 10 points. So once I get my 5 to 10 points, I'm out. I'm done. Okay? So again, and what I'm looking for is there's nothing really in front of her other than this wick. Okay? So if I get a break past this wick, we're down here. We're moving on. And again, I don't even have another zone marked up here, but that's pretty simple because it's every 50. Every 50 increments is a zone. Okay? So the next zone here, and again, there's an indicator for that. But at the end of the day, like, I like to mark up these zones because again, like, the more and more that we can do it, the more and more that we're actually physically touching this, again, we're realizing why we're doing it. Like if we're just throwing indicators on and, again, like I like to know, hey, where's the next? And I can look at it as well. All right. So again, that's where price action is. Then I go down to the 15. Okay. And you can see she's in between this zone right here. She's in between this zone. All right. Where's the last price action? Where's the last break? Right here. That's the last break. Okay. And then here. This is the last here. This is it. Like, does that? So if it breaks 950, you think 938? So if she breaks 950, I'm literally looking for 10 points. So I would be looking at 940, and I'm done with the trade. So now if she's raging, like if she just falls, then obviously I'm going to stay in it. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, if I see it going up and down and up and down, like give me my 5 to 10 and I'm out. And again, that's kind of where my trading style has changed because I have now control to be able to stop it. So some will be 5 and some will be 10, man. It just honestly depends on how she's moving. Okay, I'd like to get more, but at the end of the day, I'm not going to be greedy. And again, there's times when I only take 10 and she's gone 40. But at the end of the day, that's my plan. Do you know what I mean? So again, understanding your plan and finding what your plan is. My plan is 5 to 10 and I'm out. And I'm okay. And I don't think about what I could have had or what I could have, should have. Because at the end of the day, I went 34-0 last week. You know what I mean? So again, could I have maybe went, 40-5, if I would have just stayed in something longer? Sure, but at the end of the day, like, I'm literally just getting in and getting out. You know what I mean? 34-0 last week. 34-0. And again, like I said, if you look at what I show you guys, like there's 700, 1,000, like there's small bags. But I'm in and out. Like I'm in and out. Like I'm looking for break. I'm looking for that break. And again, like I said, I know what I'm looking for. I'm obviously looking for a sell. Okay, that's the first thing. Determine what you're looking for. Are you looking for sells or buys? I'm looking for a sell. Number one, determined, done. I'm not going to be buying now because I've already determined I'm looking for a sell. Number two, okay. What zone am I looking for her to come to? I'm looking for her to break the 950. That's what I'm looking for. I want her to break the 950 on either a 15-minute candle or a 5-minute candle. Okay? I want her to break the 950 on a 15-minute candle or a 5-minute candle. Okay? That's what I want. That's my zone. Come into my zone like a hunter. A hunter. They sit in a stand. When that elk or that whatever they're shooting comes into their target, boom, they hit it. And that's the same thing as I'm not chasing her. she's gonna do what she's gonna do. But if she comes into my zone, she's done. I'm telling you, I'm taking her, I'm done. And could there be a little pullback? Absolutely. But at the end of the day, she's gonna go in between the zone. And if she's dropping, she's gonna drop into my 5 to 10 points. That's what I'm saying. Like, once she breaks that zone, she's not gonna just fly up to the next, you know what I mean? Like, she's gonna go zone to zone, okay? She's most likely gonna pull down to that zone a little bit, okay? So again, like, that's, so in order to trade US 30, again, I use COT Forex. I use COT Forex. I've traded, you know, again, you can trade as low as like $200. As low as $200. All right. So again, that's exactly what I'm doing. And like I said, you know, that's what I stick to is I let her come into my scope. And man, once she comes into my scope, boom, I execute, I'm confident, and that's what I do. And again, 5 to 10. The last thing that you want to do is, oh man, I should have held longer. No, you shouldn't have. Get your money, get your bag, and get out. You know what I mean? Like, and again, the thing is to build your 6%. And the thing is, I'm going to share a calculator here I'm working on how to calculate that. It's not done yet. I'm working on it right now. But again, the whole goal is to build your account 6%. Once you build your account 6% and you can do that consistently, I don't care if you do that in one trade. I don't care if it takes 5 trades. Like, that's your goal. Do you know what I mean? And again, understand that if you don't see something right now, okay, then again, like, just stay patient. There's no reason to rush. You have all day long. And again, like, I'm not going to be one of those stop losses that they come in and take. And what I was talking about earlier was liquidity. Okay, understanding where liquidity is. Understanding liquidity is down here. What is she doing? She's coming for these stop losses. There are stop losses below this right here. Below this here, there are stop losses. She's coming down to get those stop losses. She's going to make a new low, and then she's going to shoot up to make a new high, which is right here. Okay, so again, understand what she does is she goes after liquidity. Okay, and she has to fill this. She has to fill this area. Okay, she has to fill this area. Look at all this that has to be filled. Look at all this that has to be filled. She has to fill all this. Okay, we're talking about the stock market here. She's gonna come up here and she's gonna fill this all. She has to come. She's gonna fill it all. She has to fill it in. She has to return to where. Again, there's money sitting here that she's coming back for. Does that make sense? Give me some sevens. Give me something. Tell me this makes sense. And again, I think that, honestly, sometimes we complicate things. Do you know what I mean? Like sometimes I would say most of the times we complicate things. But if you just simplify and you literally just like a musician, get into where she needs to break. Okay? Understand that when she breaks this level right here, we are falling. There is nothing in front of her. There is nothing in front of her stopping her. So once she breaks this, she's breaking this, and there's nothing in front of her. Do you know what I mean? So again, understanding that there's absolutely nothing in front of her, once we break this level right here, she's coming down. She will come down. And like I said, my next move is 950. When she comes into my scope, boom, done. And again, I want to catch her at the beginning of that candle. Not in the middle of the damn candle because she's already made her move. I want it at the beginning of the candle. The first 3 minutes. Done. It's a wrap. Sometimes she pulls back and I have to hold on a little bit longer. Again, nothing's perfect. But again, that's my plan. All right? Understand that that's my plan. All right? And if she gives me a big candle and she's coming fast, I'm going to hold, and as soon as I see her pull, I'm out. And that's the difference between using a binary broker and using your MT4 on your phone. Okay? All right? So again, my goal is to just simplify things, guys. Like become where you're literally like a musician, where you're reading music. And again, like, don't chase the market. I chased the market for years. I chased the market, you know, and set your rules. And once you establish your rules, don't break them. I broke them on Friday. Okay, I was trading with a partner, Antonio. We broke some major rules. And again, like, I got out of it, thank God. I got out of it because I know what I'm doing when I stick to my rules. But I'm telling you, like, I went against my rules. And when you go against your rules that you've established, then you get into territories where you're trying things and you're testing things out. Like, once you set your rules, and again, I'm telling you, I got some great rules. Understand what you're doing. What direction are you trading? Number one, am I looking for sells or buys? Determine that. Sells or buys. Okay? I'm doing sells. Great. What zone? What bank zone do I want her to break? Okay? I established that. Boom. Number two. Okay? Then, number three, when she comes in and she breaks either on a 15-minute or she breaks on a 5, I'm taking her for the sell. And I'm doing it with confidence. I'm not questioning it. Okay? I'm not questioning it at all. I'm not questioning it at all. You know what I mean? Like, she's on a pullback right now. That's fine. That's fine. Like, again, like, if she starts consolidating here, and we start getting this here, up here, then I'll change my zone. I'll move my zone up. I'll move my zone up to 500. Okay? So again, like, until she breaks something major, until she breaks like this zone here, okay, until she breaks this here and she continues to go up, then she breaks this here, again, like, she's on a pullback. But at the end of the day, like, I'm not stressed and I'm not worried. Because at the end of the day, like, come into my zone. And guess what? She will. Do you know what I mean? Like, the elk will run and he will run and he will run, but sooner or later, again, they don't have moving huts. That hut is set right there. And again, when that elk comes into their zone, boom, it's done. So again, that's really scalping to me. Like, again, I'm not chasing her. I'm not. Because at the end of the day, here's the deal. She's not going to produce a trade for me right now. I'm not getting in one. All right? I'm not stressing. I'm not worrying because, again, like, this thing's going to happen over 700 times, okay, in the next 24 hours. All right? So, again, I hope that answers questions. Any questions, guys? Like, questions? And what I've really tried to do is just simplify my trading. You know what I mean? Like, simplify it. I had so many indicators up, and I was running so many things and looking at so many, indicators, and again, like, these are things that, yes, it is. It's recorded. Yep, I'll send it out. Like I said, also, man, I was looking at 50 pairs at a time, and so again, I simply said, you know what, like, let me stick to one indice. Let me learn how to trade, because here's the deal. How I get my 6%, who cares? I don't, and again, understanding that the vehicle that we use is trading, okay? I don't care if you're garage sailing, whatever it is that you're doing to get your compounding your money, that's the goal. Do you know what I mean? So again, like, the goal is compounding your money, all right? And again, it's learning how to compound your money, whatever it is, whatever vehicle that you're using to compound your money daily. And that's exactly what we're doing. Is we are traders. We are using the skill of trading to compound our money. Okay? And again, the more and more that we can think like the banks and take trades like the banks do, we will win. Okay? And again, like, I'm a scout. I come from HFX, and so, again, I don't have charts open. I don't like to go to sleep with trades. Like, anytime that I went to sleep with the trade open, we know what US 30 and how she can move and how fast she can move. So again, like, And on US 30, you're talking about setting stop losses of 50 points or greater. Like I'm telling you, if you don't have an account that can handle that, like that's a bad night. You know what I mean? So again, like in order for you to like not get stopped out, like you got to set a stop loss at 50 points. Why? Because she trades in 50 zones. Like her increments and her zones are 50 points. So again, like what am I going to do is I'm going to set my stop loss, okay, either above a break, a point of interest, or that next zone. And again, that's already 50 points. Do you know what I mean? So again, like, and also keep in mind that, you know, I'm gonna if I do set an entry, set it at a zone. Don't just pick a random number. Don't just pick 938. What is the next zone? 950. Okay, what is the next zone from that? Where am I going to put my stop loss? My stop loss is going to be 900. Okay, so again, understand she trades in zones, and if you understand that and get that, look at this. Look at look right here. Look at 050. Look what she did between that. Then look, she wicked out. She wicked out at 100. Came back down. Okay. Again, what did she do? She ran to the zone. Bounced off of it, came up, wicked out up, came down, broke through it. Look right here. This is a perfect example. Okay? So again, if I would have had 500 as a zone, okay, maybe 20 minutes ago, actually an hour ago, okay, if she breaks and closes, below my zone, I'm taking her. What did she do? She pulled back up, hit the zone, and guess what? You could have taken her for 50 points. That's what I'm saying. Like, but at the end of the day, I would have only taken her for 10. Why? Because that's my rule. Do you know what I mean? You know? So again, we can easily go into MT4. We can modify. It takes us just a few minutes to put a stop. Okay, here's the deal. Put a stop loss up here. If you want to put a stop loss, put it at 050. Okay, put your take profit at 950. Okay, guess what? She would have come to your. You would have got 50 points on that 15-minute candle. 50 points. You know what 50 points is on a one lot? On a one lot that I'm trading, that's $5,000. I'm telling you, simple. You don't need much. You know what I mean? Like, and again, like that's just simplifying it. I'm telling you, like when people are like, I got 700 pips and I got 700 points. Why? You don't need that. You don't need 400 pips. I don't want that, because that means that I'm in front of a chart all day. I don't want to be in front of a chart all day. Like, I want to be with my family. I want, you know, there's other businesses and things that I'm doing. So again, like, using this as a vehicle, as a tool that an hour a day I can jump in, boom, catch some points. That's it. Give me 100 points a day. 100 points a day, that's 10 grand on a one lot. Come on, people. Let's go. You know what I mean? So again, like, it absolutely can. Yep, it can. Give me 1 second here. And I'm going to tell you what the increments are on NAS, all right? They do run the same, correct? Yep. And again, understand why? Because it's a stock market. We're talking about stocks. We're talking about we're talking about large U.S. companies. Okay, we're playing with the stock market now. We're playing with we're talking about US 30. We're talking about NAS. We're talking about the stock market. And so again, understanding that banks, institutions, they trade this all day long. All right. So again, they're not picking 938. They have zones, and they're saying, hey, take this zone, or they have it. I'm telling you, like they know exactly where buyers are and sellers are, and you know, again, order blocks. You know, again, right here, over here, you have order blocks. Okay. She's gonna come here, and guess what she's gonna do? She's gonna bounce up. She's gonna come into this order block, and she's gonna go up. She's gonna pull on this order block. All right. Again, I don't trade them. I don't trade against the trend. I trade with the trend. You know, again, some people would say, hey, when she comes into this order block, I'm gonna take her for a buy. You know what I mean? So again, there's people that trade that way. Again, you gotta find your style. You gotta find what works for you. So give me 1 second, and I'll tell you exactly what the increments are for bank zones on NAS. So how I became so consistent, to be honest with you, and again, I was sharing this with one of my guys, you know, on Friday, is, you know, honestly, I was just determined to learn this because I understood compounding, and I saw compounding, and I said, you know what, if it takes me a year and a half to learn how to be consistent, if it took me 2 years, and if I can be consistent for the next 150 days, and I can take a 200 account, and I can make $1.2 million, like, I'm going to do that. So again, like, I put it in my mind to learn that. And again, like, how I just became consistent is I continue to just understand, like, why did she come into these zones? Like, what are these zones? You know, I started doing research on smart money trading, you know, institutional bank zones, like, you know, obviously listening to why these instructors continue to talk about order blocks and continue to talk about, you know, liquidity, you know. So again, like, you know, just kind of starting to dive into certain things and understanding certain things, and just really being a sponge. And so again, like, I never really traded on a demo account, because again, at the end of the day, like, you know, I guess that's how I learn. I learn taking lessons, and the only way that I learn is if I fall. And you know, again, it just got to a point to where I was like, you know what, I'm done. I'm gonna be, because the reason I used to lose, and the reason why I used to take hard lessons, is because I was trading too much and I was greedy. And you know, until I really became consistent was when I became disciplined, when I became consistent in my discipline, when I became consistent in my plan, and I stopped chasing things. I stopped becoming a trader that was really just you know, angry and upset, and you know, I just thought, you know, again, like, I took the emotions out of it, you know what I mean? And I really just said, you know what, I'm gonna become an expert, and I'm gonna learn how to really truly read these charts. And again, like, I don't want to be dependent on indicators. And so again, like, I just really learned how to read breaks and price action. Like, once you learn price action, I'm telling you, like, price action is it. Like, you will not need any indicators as long as you know price action and you know break in price action. You know what I mean? So again, like, when you look at right now what's happening, she's coming to a level. Okay, she's coming to a zone that, again, like, was tested multiple times. So again, she's either going to do one or two things. She's going to continue to fall to the downside, or she's going to break. Okay, she's going to break to the upside. But again, like, do I automatically take her? No. Why? Because again, like, she's not showing me a reversal. She's not showing me enough of a move to say, like, I'm looking for buys now. You know what I mean? Just because she crosses a 500, a 50, you know what I mean? So again, like, that's how I determine that, and that's, you know, again, just doing it more and more and more and more. And again, if you can understand price action, and become a price action trader, you don't need indicators. All right, sorry about that, I got distracted. Let me go back to Nas here. So the inputs on Nas, the inputs on NAS are going to be every 50 as well. So 16, so 100, 150, 200. So 50 is going to be the same. So it's going to be the exact same on NAS. Yep. So US 30, I just wanted to confirm that and make sure. Gold is 5. So gold is 5 increments. So every 5 increments on gold. So a little bit tighter. Okay. And again, you know, as you can see here, okay, she came to this zone here. She's coming off of that zone. Okay. So now we could easily say, hey, if she breaks this 500, let's take her for a sell. Let's take her for a sell. She breaks this next zone. Okay. So again, that's how I would look at this. Is I would simply just move my zone up. All right. I would move my zone up, and we're talking. You know, she has 8 minutes left on this candle. Okay. Is she gonna come in here, play in here like this? Okay. And then if she breaks, then at that point, again, keep in mind. What did she do? She gave us a break. We need to break this here. We have a break here. All right. So now she established a new one. So now she's going to go in between this. What do you mean, Gabe? Well, let's just put it. Let's just do it here. On the 15-minute, this is what she just gave us. This is where she's at right now. This is where she's playing. This is where she's at right now. Do you see that? Yes or no? Do you see that level that I just gave you? Yeah, we can get together on a one-on-one. I don't mind. Do you see the level that I just established? Do you see how I got that? Seven sevens. Give me some 7 sevens. Do you see how I just established these yellow zones? Perfect. That's it. It's as simple as that. She's going to play in between that zone now. That's what she's going to do. She's going to play in between there. All right. So let's go down to the 5-minute. Do you see it on the 5-minute as well? Do you see it on the 5-minute? Look. She came. I'm going to start right here. She came down. Broke it a little bit. Came up. Broke it. Came up. Broke it a little bit. Came up. Came down. Broke it. Hit it again. Came down. Hit that zone. Came back. Came down. Now she's testing it again. She broke through this zone here. All she did was fill this. That's what she did. She just filled this. She just came back and filled some of this. Okay. What is she doing now? She's bouncing off that EMA. Okay. So in this next 5 minutes, this next minute, we'll see what she does. Okay. So again, that's how price action works. Okay. So again, what am I looking for? Her confirmation to me that she's moving. Guess what? I'm going to take her at this 500. So if she comes into my zone, into my area right here, if she comes here and she breaks and closes, boom, that's my target. That's it. That's it. That's what I do. And I'm literally taking her for 5 to 10. Just like that. So again, understand that you can move your target. Move your zone. You know what I mean? She broke a zone. She broke a zone that she was playing in. But I still know that she's in a downtrend. So I'm still looking for sells. I'm still looking for sells. Okay? I just changed my zone. Why? To just try to get into something sooner. That's all. Where's my ultimate zone? My ultimate zone's down here at 550. I mean at 950. Why? Because there's a big area here that she needs to break. That she just did not break. Guess what? Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. There's money right here. There's liquidity below this candle. There's liquidity below that candle that she needs to come pick up. She's going to come down and get those stop losses. There's stop losses right there. You know that, right? There's people that got into this trade. Their stop loss is below that candle. It's below that wick. That's where their stop loss is. And guess what? She's going to come get them. She's going to come down and get them. because that's what she does. There's money. There's money out there. That's liquidity. She's going to come get it. She's going to come get it. Does that make sense? Just like there's money right here. Just like there's money right here. She's going to come back and test those areas. Cool. Awesome. That's it. And again, here's how, this is what I would look at on NAS. Let's just take blank. Okay? What I do, go up to the hour. Obviously on NAS, what are we looking for? What are we looking for on NAS? What are we looking for? What are we looking for on NAS? We're looking for sells. Why? Because we have a downtrend. Okay? We have a downtrend here. Okay, we have a downtrend. Also, we have this EMA. We're underneath this EMA. Okay? Alright? So, what am I going to do? Let's break up. Let's do some zones here. Okay? Boom. Do some zones. Alright? So here. And what do we say? 50 increments? Okay, we go here. Let's take this to 800. Alright? And let's just break up increments here. Alright? So again, this is exactly what I would do. Same thing that I did. Alright? You can find where there's breaks. What did she do? She came down here. She broke this zone here. Came down here. Let me get rid of this here. Alright? She came down here. She broke it. She broke this zone here. She broke this. Came here, broke through here. Came up here, broke down. Okay? She then even broke this zone here. Broke that. Then she broke it on the way up. Does that make sense? Institutional. So that EMA is honestly right here. So just go here. Go to CC SMA. It's right here. Color change 50 SMA. Right here. That's it. That's it. That's the one I use. I mean, if you really, again, like, understand, like, I'm scalping for 5 to 10 moves. So for me to have a 200, for me to have anything more than that, like, to be honest, like, I really came into this session tonight and I just want to say, you know, how can I simplify this for these guys? Like, what can I do to simplify this? Do you know what I mean? Like, how can I simplify this? What's the best way to simplify this for them? All right. So again, what are we looking at? We're looking at this 3,500, this 3,500, this 35,000. If she breaks the 35,000, we would take her for 5 to 10. All right. Hey Ryan, you got questions? You got more questions, bro? Again, like I said, the simpler that I can make it for you guys, you know, again, I think we complicate it. And again, like, the Academy is great. It's awesome. It's amazing. I love it. But as you become a better trader, is this the fib tool? No, man. These are literally just bank zones at every 50 increment. These are bank zones every 50 increment that I marked up. Yep. Yeah, those are just 50 increments. And so again, that's how I trade. That's what I'm looking for. Is she's in between this zone right here. She's in between this 050 and this 0 and this 000. So if she breaks, she's gonna come into my zone right here. I'm taking her for a trade. Bank zones, exactly. Bank zones. So I'm looking for sells. If she breaks this zone here, I'm taking her for a sell. Okay? If she breaks this zone, I'm taking her for a sell. Okay? And again, here's the deal. It's not that complicated for me. Can you set alerts? Absolutely you can. But again, I'm not going to let my life revolve around these alerts and all this and that. If I'm on and I see that she breaks something, and again, here's the deal. In the morning when I trade, I'm usually catching morning bell. So 8:30 Central Time, my time. I'm usually looking at where she's gonna go, what she's gonna do, and kind of analyzing based off of like where she at. Okay, and then at 9 o'clock, like I can literally catch a couple more because she's tamed down, she's settled down, but she's in the London and she's in the US. She's moving phenomenal. You know what I mean? And that's literally how I trade. So I literally trade bank zones. I literally scalp off bank zones. Okay? So again, I'm looking for sells. I want her to break this next bank zone. That's it. If she breaks this next bank zone to the downside, I'm taking her. But again, she has to break and close. She has to break and close like this right here. She breaks and closes. Guess what? Breaks and closes. She's running. So what I want you to think about is I want you to think about it like this. She just crossed first base. She has to run to second base. Every 50 increments is a bank zone. Every 50 increments. So 800, 850, 900, 950, 00, 050, 100, 150. Every 50 is a bank zone. And as you can see, she taps them. Look at this. She tapped it here, came down. She broke a little bit, but look, she never broke it. And then she broke this bank zone, finally. Simple. Keep it simple, man. That's it. Keep it simple. And again, what is she doing? She's breaking off. She's breaking. Again, like, obviously, I just wanted to show you where there was a zone. And when we talk about price action, this is what she needs to break. She needs to break this right here. It's not a bank zone, okay, but she just needs to break this price action right here, okay? She needs to break this price action. And what is she doing? She's running into all these wicks right here. Because here, there's a lot of momentum. She was really confused. All right? So again, but again, did she break a major zone for me? No. She didn't break this bank zone. She's in between it right now. Underneath an EMA, telling me she's for a sell. So if she breaks to the downside of my next zone, boom, done. Just like this red candle. She broke here. She broke here. Broke and closed. Broke and closed on the 15. Guess what? You could have got almost 15 points off of her. So what I like to do is if I can trade on the 15-minute candle, great. But I even look at the 5-minute as well. You know what I mean? So again, if she's breaking on a 5-minute, I'll take it. But if it's like a 5-minute, 15-minute candle, boom, that's amazing. You know what I mean? So if she's breaking on the hour, if she's breaking on the 15-minute, she's breaking on the half hour, she's breaking on the 45-minute, perfect. But again, I will take a 5-minute. Because again, keep in mind that I'm only looking at that 2 to 3 minutes. That first 2 to 3 minutes of that opening candle, that's all that I need for her to give me my 5 to 10 points. That's it. Break and close on whichever one. So for example, let's say it's 2 o'clock. Let's say, you know, what time is it right now? We're 10:05, okay? So let's say this candle. So obviously we just got a new candle, okay? So let's say at the 10-minute mark, she breaks, then I'll take it, okay? But obviously, if it's on the 15-minute mark, that's even better, okay? So again, like 15-minute candle, great. But if it's in between that 15 and she's breaking, I'll take it. Because again, keep in mind that I'm only looking for, I want that impulse of that next candle, of that opening candle. But I may not get my move until that 15. Does that make sense? Again, it depends on how she's moving. It depends on how she's moving. Again, I don't mind waiting for the 15 because honestly, it's just literally 3 candles. Not a big deal. You know what I mean? So again, on this candle here, for example, we have 8 minutes. Okay. On a 5-minute candle, we have 3 minutes. Okay. So again, just understanding that. So again, on a 5-minute candle, we have 3 minutes. All right. Obviously, what the 5-minute candle does is it tells us more of what she's doing right now. Okay. Again, she has to break this zone. But again, I don't care if she breaks that zone. Why? Because I'm not looking for buys. I'm looking for sells. I'm looking for sells. Okay? So again, until she demonstrates that she's breaking this zone, this here, okay? She has to break through this here. This area, this ceiling right here. She has to break it. Then she has another one up here. So again, like, she's on a pullback. So let her pull back. Let her do her thing. But I'm telling you, okay? She's in between this zone. She's in between this zone. And that's okay. Like, let her consolidate in between the zone. What's happening? She's building momentum. She's building momentum. And then what happens is, again, she's going to go boom. She's going to break through that zone. And again, look what happened here. Look at this. And then bam. You know what I mean? So again, there's always momentum. There's always going to be consolidation before a big move. Before a big move, there's always going to be consolidation. Okay, look. And again, let me go back here. All right. So let's look right here. All right. She was in between the zone, broke above the zone, closed. Boom. This would be my entry point right here. Boom. Got in. Done. Look. Here's another one. Broke above the zone. Broke and closed. My next candle, I'm in. Boom. Done. Trade. Won. So again, simple. Keep it very simple. Do you know what I mean? So again, if she breaks, she's running. Okay? Could we have done it to the other side as well? Absolutely. Look, right here. She broke. Closed. Opening candle. I took the sell. Boom. Won. Okay? And again, don't let her trick you out. Right here, look. She didn't break and close. She didn't break and close. The next candle, she broke and closed. Could have got in. Boom, done. Do you know what I mean? So again, like, don't let her break you out. Don't let her fake you out. Like, be consistent in your plan. Be consistent in your rules. All right? If she doesn't break and close, like, you know, I mean, and again, this short stuff here, this wicking, understand what this wick means. She has momentum to the downside. This wick means that there's momentum to the downside. Okay? The smaller the candles is volume. Okay? She's losing volume. Okay? As the wicks get smaller, she's losing momentum in that direction. Does that make sense? Six Tarango. Did that answer your question? Break and close on the 15 or 5? Did that answer your question? I want to make sure I answer your guys' questions. You know, obviously we do these sessions to just make sure that I'm helping you guys, you know what I mean? That's good, man. And again, like I said, I'm a trader. I just, you know, again, I was so passionate. I'm so passionate about understanding and learning this. Because again, I understand that if you can compound 6%, even 5%, 4%, as long as you're in profit every single day consistently, you'll win. You know what I mean? And again, I myself, I don't like to have open trades. You know, I mean, again, man, like, especially when you got banks trading like automation and, you know, you got manipulation happening. Like, I don't want these brokers to know when I'm in and out. I just want to get in and out and get my bag and I'm done. You know what I mean? So that's my style though. That may not be your style. You may do stop losses, you know, and take profits. But again, I don't do that, you know. I don't do that. So again, she's still in between this zone. She hasn't broken this zone. Okay? She hasn't broken the zone. She's pulling through the zone. She broke through the zone right here. She's consolidating in between the zone. Okay? But she's coming against some major resistance here. She has a ceiling. She has a ceiling right here that she has to break. All right? She hasn't showed me anything that like, look over here. She has to break this. She has to break all this. Okay? So again, we're gonna see it. We're gonna see a drop. Okay? We're gonna see a drop. And when she breaks below this 500 mark, that's where I'll snipe her. And again, understand the time frame that we're moving. Understand, you know, the time frame that we're moving in is very slow right now. Okay? So, cool. Awesome. You know, because the whole goal here is obviously time freedom. The whole goal is obviously to incorporate a vehicle like this into your life to have time freedom. Okay? If I'm looking at a chart all day long, that's not time freedom for me. I want to be able to come and go. I want to be able to, hey, if I'm on vacation, let me just log on for an hour. Let me just get my 6% and I'm in and out. You know what I mean? Like, you know, whether that's midnight or whether that's 8 in the morning. Like, if I could just get in and out, okay, establish my 3 rules. My first rule, what direction am I looking for? Am I taking sells or buys? Determine that. Boom. Zone. What zone is she in? Okay? What zone is she in? What does that zone look like? All right? And then, once I establish my zone and I establish where she's at, I'm going to pick my zone. And once she comes into my target, boom, I'm executing. And I'm going to be confident in that execution. And that's what I do. So again, those 3 steps, you know what I mean? And again, start off on your small account and build that thing up. 0.01 lots. 0.01 lots. And again, as you build up to 500,000, okay, I'm coming out with a calculator right now. I'm working on it right now. As soon as it's done, I'll definitely share it. And again, like, these are things that I'm doing myself. I have no reason to hold them or, again, like, however I can help someone be successful and however I can help someone win, that's definitely what I'm here to do. So, again, guys, thank you so much. You know what? I appreciate each and every one of you. I truly do. Again, I know that there's been people trying to reach out to me. I haven't been the most responsive just because I've been sick. Just trying to, trying to drink some hot tea, keep hydrated. But again, I just want to continue to give you guys, drop what I know. Again, send that elevator back down. Help in any way possible that I can, and just help you guys be successful. You know what I mean? And just help you guys win, so we can help other people win. Because people need to see us win. People need to see us win, and they need hope. You know what I mean? So, again, thank you guys so much. I will definitely share this with you. I'll probably post it, Ryan, as a YouTube, just because again it's going to be a pretty big file, so probably not going to let me share it that way. But bank zones is where it's at, brother. That's it. 3 steps, 3-step trade. That's it. That's it. And then understanding liquidity, understanding where she's going. She's going to the highest peak. She's going to the lowest peak. She's going to go pick up those stop losses. That's where she's going. Yep, that's it. Simple. Keep it simple. And again, use the tools that you need to help you confirm what direction you're going. You know, that red EMA, it helps me understand. You know what I mean? You know, it's a small little tool. I'm not trading off of it, but it just helps me understand where she's at. All right? And again, go up to your higher time levels and you will see. Okay? So again, on the 5-minute, she's above the EMA. Okay? On the higher time frame, she's below. All right. So again, if my structure is on the higher time frames, I'm simply just looking at what she's doing on a lower time frame to take the trade. Okay. But again, the 1 and the 5 should be very similar. All right. Again, I want to see her come below that EMA. All right. So cool, guys. Thank you so much. I will get this recording posted up. Thank you guys so much again. If you have any questions, reach out directly. But again, I hope this helps. Just keep it very simple. And again, let's go to the top. Thank you guys so much. Have an amazing night. Take care. God bless. Bye-bye.